that this whole arm and hand is going to be a mess. And he feels really tight in the, is that okay on your shoulder?
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. So this is the inner wrist band coming in through here, inner thumb band, outer thumb, outer wrist. The whole thing just feels like what I call the disaster for my polite American. And it's really tight in here. And the thumb is just, that's not moving. That's just, and it's just so tight. So both the inner thumb and outer thumb bands, terrible. But keeps us busy, so we can't. All right, so I'd be wanting to put a chopstick in there, but I just want to have a feel around before I do that. At least his fingers are moving, so I'm definitely feeling like the thumb is the is a lot of the culprit on this side. I mean, the whole, you can feel all that even through there. But let me have a, I want to, big toe is very tight. No, I'm not able to pull it. That toe is not moving, that toe is not moving. That toe is curled under and tight. That toe is not moving. So, there's some work on his feet that are needed. You can feel how, yeah, you can feel all this tightness through here. Like that outer band there, it's like a steel cable.
Yeah, immediately it tickles when you touch it.
Yeah. And that again, you got the little toe curling under here, so that's going to show a lot of tension on that outer little toe band, and immediately that's just like supercharged through here. And it's tight on this side too. So, and then we have a feel of this arm. This arm's tight, but it's not as bad as the other arm. As you can, you can sort of. It's a little bit, especially like through here, it's a bit more moderate, more like a 6 or 7 out of 10 tight. Whereas over here, it's higher, all right? So, and especially because you had an issue with your shoulder, I would be thinking, I'm probably gonna want to start with that thumb. I think that thumb is one of his worst areas. Because this, see how that one just went right away? And that one didn't. There's tightness here, but it's not as bad. Let's have a feel of his tummy now. We're gonna go in gently. You feel a bit sensitive in here?
That's fine there.
Okay. Big breath. Sometimes I just like hold my hand and put nice supportive energy into it too when somebody's tight. And then breathe into that. And so I think overall your right side is worse than your left. So this is done with a loose wrist. Don't do it with a tight wrist like this. So more like this, like a floppy. And again, big breath. Yep. So there's some pretty serious tightness coming in through here. Yeah, that would be. So the different bands, we've got 4 bands coming through here. We've got the big toe belly band here, then we've got the delta band, and then the upper little toe band and the outer little toe band. So when you feel, you can diagnose from the belly, and you can feel the big toe belly band right beside the belly button, right there. And that I'd give you pretty good marks for that one, like an 8 out of 10 tight. Then we've got the delta band here, which is also quite tight, but not
Doesn't feel as sensitive.
not as sensitive, right? So I'd probably give it a 6 or 7. And then we've got the upper little toe band coming in through here. Feel that? Yeah, that's a bit tighter, which makes sense considering you've got, see how like these joints are quite bent here as well, and he's also got his little toe curling under there. So the upper little toe band actually comes from the inside, even though I call it the upper little toe band, it comes from the inside of this toe as well as the inside of this one. And so then there's a pressure point like along here, and then it's going to come up through here. And it comes up into here. And do you want to have a quick feel of that? Yeah, it's pretty tight there. Yeah. But, you know, his shoulder is so messed up and causing him problems. I would still be thinking about starting with his thumb. And particularly, I want to get this out of here. This is just really bad, you know? So diagnose, you know, with a person facing downward and feel their back and that sort of thing. But I'm 100% sure this is where he needs to have it done. So if you're good with that, how's that positioning for you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So just get you to take deep breaths and just focus into your dantian. This is called the dantian in Chinese medicine, or the hara in Japanese medicine. How's that pressure for you out of 10?
I'm thinking probably an 8.
Okay. So we're just going to start there. I don't need to like go right up to a 9 right away. I just want to let him breathe into that, and I'm just going to hold that pressure there and move the chopstick around slightly. So he's got a fairly high pain threshold as well, is what I'm figuring out. And he definitely seems more like a green light. Yeah. You can feel like just how tight that is right through there.
Yeah, I can feel it.
Yeah. So I'll come back to here. He's doing well with his breathing. I'm changing the angle. And then moving it around. And then I'm thinking that I'll get the
here.
No.
Under his shirt.
Yes.
There's another one underneath his shirt.
Oh,
Yes.
there it is. Thank you. The one I couldn't find it there. Oh, my glasses. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm a little bit short-sighted these days. Far-sighted, I mean. Had a cataract operation, my eyes changed. Okay, so he's definitely handling deep pressure. So now I'm going to try and join, get any of the crunchies out of here.
It's interesting, while that's painful, I can breathe into it and kind of deal with it.
Yep.
Whereas like here, it's almost like so sensitive and kind of ticklish and things, I
Yep.
just can't breathe into it.
No, and if somebody was working that, in my opinion, as a massage therapist, they're only going to make it worse.
Mm-hmm.
Right, which is what you said has happened, right?
Yeah.
There's no way I would want to kind of start getting deep stuck into your actual shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the difference between good and bad pain. So good pain is where you're accessing tightness and you're actually letting it go. Whereas bad pain is you're accessing tightness, but you're not getting rid of it, usually because it's held somewhere else. And you can feel like this crunchy stuff in your thumb here. Or I certainly can feel it.
And I actually find that kind of enjoyable.
Yeah. And good pain gets like that after a while. It starts to become enjoyable because you can feel the release, you can feel it letting go. Yeah, he does, yeah.
After him, I was always on weekend. After him, I was like, maybe I can handle it.
Yeah. And this is that's what you got to figure out in the first treatment too. It's like, because if I go too light, he's going to go, well, it didn't really do much, you know? Whereas he's not feeling like you're not feeling like I'm going too light out, are you?
Mm-hmm.
No. It's still not ready to go. And I've only really done one side, and I haven't gotten into this area here or into here, so you can almost hear that. I can hear it as like a crunchy. Is that okay, or is that too pokey?
It's getting kind of the edge.
Yeah. Might upscale a little bit here.